Let's be real, if you've got a server room or a data center, you've got e-waste. It's a huge headache, right? And it's usually a hidden cost. But what if that pile of old tech wasn't a liability at all? What if it was actually a hidden revenue stream? Well, in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to turn that old hardware into cold, hard cash. Does this scene look a little too familiar? You know, that back room or that corner of the warehouse just jammed with old uninterruptible power supplies? They're heavy, they're bulky, and you know you can't just toss them in the dumpster. But what if that pile of hardware was actually a pile of cash just waiting for you to collect it? So here's how we're going to break it all down for you. Nice and simple. First, we'll dive into the real value that's locked inside your e-waste. Then, we'll figure out the right recycling path for you, because there are two options. After that, we'll walk through the super important safety steps for packaging. And finally, we'll follow the money from your loading dock right into your bank account. Let's jump in. Okay, let's get right to the most important part, the value. We usually look at old equipment and just see junk, something we have to pay to get rid of. But this is all about flipping that script. It's about starting to see that old tech as an asset, something with real, recoverable worth. So what makes a program like this really work? Well, it boils down to a few key things. First and foremost, the financial rebate. You get paid a competitive rate for every pound of old units you send in, and it doesn't matter what brand it is. But, you know, it's about more than just the cash. It's about doing it right. Your gear is handled by R2 and RIOS certified partners, which means you get documented proof of proper, responsible disposal. And that's not just good for the planet, it's absolutely crucial for your company's compliance. Now, not all e-waste is created equal. Depending on whether your equipment is still in one piece or if you've already started taking it apart, there are two totally different paths you can take. It's all about picking the one that matches what you've got sitting in your storeroom. And this chart here lays it out perfectly. Over on the left, you have the UPS recycling program. This is the one for you if you've got complete units with the batteries still inside. Simple. Your rebate is based on the total weight of the whole thing. Now, on the right, you've got the battery recycling program. This is for when you've already pulled the batteries out and you just have, well, the batteries themselves. In this case, the rebate is based only on the weight of the batteries. So the choice is super simple. Already pulled the batteries? You're on the right. Are the units still fully assembled? You're on the left. All right, so you've picked your program. Now it's time for the hands-on part, getting your stuff packaged up safely and correctly. And believe me, getting this part right is absolutely critical, not just for a smooth process, but for keeping everyone safe. For the complete UPS units, the process is actually pretty straightforward. But the number one most important thing to remember is, step 1, do not remove the batteries. Keeping them inside is what makes it a complete unit and gets you the full rebate. After that, it's just smart, safe logistics. Put some cardboard down on the pallet, stack the heaviest units on the bottom, no higher than 3 feet, and then wrap and strap it all securely so nothing can shift around in transit.
Now, for individual batteries, the rules get a lot stricter, and for a very good reason, safety. Step 1 is non-negotiable. You have to tape all the battery terminals. This prevents any chance of a short circuit. It's a huge deal. From there, you stack them upright with the terminals facing up, and you put cardboard between each layer for protection. And again, keep the stack under 3 feet high and wrap that whole pallet up tight.
I really want to pause and emphasize this point because it is a massive safety warning. Never, ever, ever use metal strapping on a battery pallet. Think about it. Metal conducts electricity. If that strap shifts and touches the terminals, you could create a really dangerous short circuit. So, to be crystal clear, only plastic strapping is allowed. No exceptions. So your shipment is all packaged up and ready to go. What happens next? Well, this is the final leg of the journey. It's all about the logistics, a clear, transparent process that takes you from your facility all the way to getting paid. The whole process is broken down into 5 simple steps. First, you arrange and pay for the shipping. And the great thing is, there are no minimums. Once it arrives, everything gets weighed and inspected. Then you'll get a detailed report from Riyadah confirming the final rebate amount. Based on that number, your company sends an invoice, and you get paid within 30 days. See? The entire chain is documented, which gives you complete transparency and peace of mind. So, ready to get started? It's as easy as just sending an email to recycling@riyadah.com.eg. All you have to do is let them know what you're sending, UPS units or batteries, along with how many skids, their dimensions, the weight, and when you think it'll get there. That's everything they need to get a purchase order ready and prepare for your shipment's arrival. Of course, the big question is always, so what's the current rate? Commodity prices go up and down, so the rebate rates change with them. For the most up-to-date pricing, or if you have any other questions at all, just contact the sales team directly at the number you see right there on your screen, 0155-155-3285. Which brings us to our final thought here. The next time you walk past that storage room full of old tech, don't just see a problem that you have to deal with later. See it for what it really is. Is your e-waste just waste? Or is it an untapped asset just waiting to be claimed?